Good evening, I'm Dr. Paul Kiritsis. Welcome to my channel. This is part 2 of my article on the Promethean myth in light of analytical psychology. I will now be reciting to you an excerpt from Hesiod's Theogony, and this one's from Myth and Knowing, an introduction to world mythology by Scott Leonard and Michael McClure. The book was published in 2004 by the McGraw-Hill Companies, and the excerpt can be found on page 304 to 307. Iapetus, a child of Ea and Uranon, married one of Ocean's daughters, Clymene, with her beautiful ankles, and took her to their bed. She gave birth to Atlas for him, a child with strong will, and then Menetius with all his fame, and Prometheus with his many tricky plans, and Epimetheus, who could never get it right, and was from the start something bad for men who live by eating bread, as he was first to get from Zeus, once she was made a woman to marry. But Zeus bound Prometheus and his many intentions with painful chains no one could break, strapping him hard with these to a pole, and Zeus sent an eagle with beautiful wings to attack him and eat his immortal liver. Yet everything this bird with beautiful wings would eat during the day would grow back at night. For the gods and mortal men had had an argument at Mecone. At that time, Prometheus, knowing just what he was doing, deceived Zeus, cut up and offered a great ox. He first set out the ox's flesh and innards with tasty fat, hidden in the ox's stomach. He then set out the ox's white bones, neatly and with skilled deceit, hidden in the glistening flesh. Fat. The father of both men and gods addressed him. Iapetus' son, most famous of all the lords, my friend, you've laid these portions out unfairly. This is what Zeus said, sneering. Zeus with his plans that can't be changed, and Prometheus with his crafty plans addressing Zeus's. Zeus, greatest and mightiest of all everlasting gods, choose whichever of these you'd like. He said this thinking he was being clever. But Zeus with his plans that can't be changed was fully aware of this deceit, and thought up evils for mortal men, intending to see them through. Nonetheless, with both hands he chose the white fat, and when he saw the white bones of the ox, laid out with skilled deceit, his temper rose in anger. This is why the race of men on earth burn white bones on smoking altars. Greatly disappointed, Zeus, who gathers clouds together, addressed him. Iapetus' son, you who know what the plans are for everything, my friend, you certainly haven't forgotten how to deceive with skill. This is what Zeus said, seething, Zeus, with his plans that can't be changed. Because Zeus never forgot this trick, he stopped giving the ash trees the power of unresting fire to mortals who live on earth. But the good son of Iapetus tricked him by stealing unresting fire, bright and clear from a distance, in a hollow fennel stalk. This hurt Zeus deeply in his soul, Zeus, whose thunder is heard from the heavens, and he seethed in his heart, seeing fire among men, bright and clear from a distance. For the theft of fire he immediately made something evil for men. The famous lame-legged Hephaestus, through the intentions of Cronus' son, made something very much like a modest young woman, and the grey-eyed goddess Athena dressed her in a silvery white clothes, arranged her hair and applied makeup. As she put on her head a beautiful veil, it was amazing to see, and then a crown of flowers that had just bloomed. When Hephaestus had finished this beautiful thing, something evil instead of something good, he brought her out where the other gods and men were. Her appearance was delightful, thanks to Athena, the grey-eyed daughter of great Zeus. The immortal gods and men were amazed when they saw this perfect trick, this thing that would leave men at a loss. So from her come the female sex, women who live with mortal men and cause them pain, no good at being damn poor, but quite suited to getting more than enough. And this is how Zeus, whose thunder is heard in the heavens, made for mortal men an evil woman, a sex synonymous with trouble and pain. So it isn't possible to trick the mind of Zeus, nor get around it in some way. as even Prometheus, the son of Iapetus, with good meaning, didn't evade his deep anger, but necessity bound him, despite his wisdom and great chains. And that concludes the excerpt. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Take care.